It's concerning when you lay out some of the statistics at
Yeah.
home through 6 games here. So I'll rattle off just a couple for everybody listening and for your entertainment as well. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Up in the Blue Seats, your favorite Rangers podcast from the New York Post. It's Molly Walker and former Ranger Brian Boyle here as always. And the Rangers have given us plenty to catch up for on this new episode. So I guess I'll kick it off here with the question on everybody's mind. And that is, will the Rangers ever win again at home, Brian?
Well, you have to score, and that's been a problem. I guess problems is probably a bigger word for it, but it is beyond something that I can really wrap my head around or put my finger on because people are probably getting sick of hearing me say this.
Mm,
It hasn't been poor play, and
I agree.
the chances are there. It just has to go into the net and stay there, or just go in. It can come out too, even if it crosses the line. Or like Marcus Johansson's situation in Minnesota against Nashville the other night, it doesn't even have to go into the net. It just the net's off and it's past the line. I don't know. I don't know. This is it's wild to me what's happening.
Yeah.
And the good news is their next game is on the road. So maybe they can figure something out in Motor City.
Yeah, no, it's concerning when you lay out some of the statistics at
Yeah.
home through 6 games here. So I'll rattle off just a couple for everybody listening and for your entertainment as well. 11 minutes and 57 seconds. That's how long the Rangers have played with a lead at Madison Square Garden so far this season.
6 games, right?
6 games.
Oof.
Just under 12 minutes of ice time. They have actually had a lead.
Oh
They
boy.
are 4 shutouts in 6 games,
Hmm.
tied for the longest home losing streak to start a season in the NHL.
With the
Ha-
Pittsburgh Pirates?
yeah, that's how long we're looking back at it. But
Yeah.
it's I think I have it here. The record is 8 from the 1971-72 Kings for the NHL
Oh,
record. So they're 2 home losses away from tying that. They're also tied for a
yeesh.
franchise record originally set in 1943-44. They went 0-5 with one tie, and then they did it again in 1950-51. They went 0-3 with 3 ties.
Okay.
Artemi Panarin, 6 game streak without a point.
Problematic.
Alexi Lafreniere, 12 straight games without a goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were credited with 1 shot on goal in the third period as a whole against the Hurricanes.
Those two.
No, just the whole Rangers team as a whole was
The team got
credited
one
with
shot. I was
the
traveling.
team. The
Oh
team
my.
had 1 shot
Oh my
on
gosh.
goal in the third period, Brian. One.
Yeah.
One.
So I knew they started fast. They played well to start, which is not easy to do coming back from Seattle. So it's clearly it's wearing on them, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it's difficult. It's under the best of circumstances, it's really hard. Every game is really hard, and you need to prepare and get ready. And when it's not going in, and I don't even know really how, no one really feels good about themselves if it's not going in the net. And there's so many
Mm-hmm.
guys there that are used to a certain, you're up and down, but it's 2 or 3 games maybe. It's just so bizarre that it's at home.
Yeah.
The Miller, Panarin, um, I just think those two guys are used to getting a point every game. Some games you don't, but then you'll have a 3 point night or a 4 point night when you break out with that slump. But it's pulling teeth right now. And the road trip was successful. That's a great road trip.
Right.
Really, really good. I don't care how you win when you're going out west. You can give the West guys that loser point all you want. They got it done there, and Millsy was a big reason why. I don't know. I don't know what's going on at home. Like that was lining up to be. an interesting game because it's like, yes, they're traveling back. Carolina stumbled a little bit, and they're playing Kacheka, who
Hmm.
hasn't played yet this year.
Yep.
I'm like, get to him early, and they got to him early. From what I was looking at, they got to him
Hmm.
early, and he's Tretiak. He's vintage Patty Waugh or Dominic Hasek. You can't get it by him.
No, it's like they've made every opposing goalie at MSG this season look like one of those guys.
What did I say about Igor? I'm like, Igor, I said it, I think maybe on the network, maybe on here. I was like, Igor's been playing great.
Yeah,
But unfortunately for Igor, he's been the second best goalie in every game he's played. And like these goalies
correct.
aren't having as good of a year as him. It's just on that
No.
night, for whatever reason, it's like you can't at home, especially. It's baffling to me. Then you feel good about yourself and you put some in the net against the San Jose team, but then we all know how that disaster unfolded.
Yeah, I mean, minus that game, one goal in 15 periods
I know that's.
at MSG.
And
Like that
even
is,
in that game, like you look at the overtime, the puck, it's on JT's stick. It just hits a bump in the ice and goes over JT's stick.
yep.
And then the young kid who's not smart or he's naive enough and skilled enough to stop on it in overtime. If that goes by him, it's a 3-on-1 the other way. Because Celebrini and Smith are just like offense, offense, offense. Anything
Hmm.
goes wrong, 3-on-1 the other way, game over.
Right.
But they're the Sharks and they're going to learn different things. Two awesome players, by the way. Not taking anything away from
Yeah,
them. It's
especially
like the
Celebrini,
worst
man.
bounce ever. It's on your
Yeah.
most sure-handed forward stick. It just hops over it
Yeah.
right when he takes a look. So this is I don't know if they want to call like Pedro Serrano from Major League to come in here and try to sacrifice something or exercise the demons.
Sage. We need some
Yeah,
sage at
yeah.
Madison Square Garden, perhaps. I
Get
could
Joe
see
Boo
that
in there,
working, perhaps.
lighting
But
some fires.
in actuality, is there a solution to this lack of finishing, or is it just a matter of riding out this bad puck clock that they have right now? Because there has been some significant poor puck clock for them. But I always
Yeah,
like to say that good teams make their own luck as well.
that's true. They do. They were. I mean, you look at it, Crosby, he learns different ways or finds different ways to chisel a point here or there, gets a goal
Right.
in an interesting way. But do you want to? It's just because so many guys are going through it, but they're playing well enough. How much do you want to rock the boat? How much do you want to change?
Exactly.
How
Yeah.
much do you want to say, abandon all the good things that we're doing, or not even abandon it, but just why are we taking focus off the things that are getting us these chances? And the word bear down, bear down. I think it's just breathe, like take a breath, shoot the puck with, while you're exhaling, and just everybody's sort of.
Gripping the stick.
It's what everyone said. Yeah, and you are, and you have to. But do you want to pound home like a 50-foot one-timer off the bar and in? That would feel good. Yeah, the place goes nuts. That's a great feeling. But if it goes off your eyeball and in the net, it counts the same. And like I'm sure there's
Correct.
a bunch of guys in that room right now that would take that.
Yeah, no, you need a greasy, ugly, kind of goal to maybe break the seal here. And the Rangers
Yeah,
aren't historically that great at those kinds of goals, but they need to start finding different ways to put the puck in the back of the net because what's going on
yeah.
right now, it's not working for them.
Well, even like Walker's goal, it's like a seeing eye shot from the point. How many of those could have happened for them, especially on all these power plays they're getting? Because it looks good. Fox has been shooting more. Uh, this guy out in Anaheim scored a lot of goals around the net right now.
Stop. Don't shh,
I know.
shh. The
I
people
know.
listening, shh.
I know. I know. I know.
We're not talking about it. But
I
actually,
know.
it what do you feel like the Rangers could be doing differently? Do you feel like it's, I do feel like, especially in that Canes game, a lot of the shots are going directly into the goalie's chest. Do they
Yeah.
need to be getting more creative around the net? Do they need to be, doing something different, going for the less obvious play, the predictability of it all? I mean, I'm just throwing things at the wall and hoping something will
Yeah.
stick, you know?
And yeah, at the risk of coaching, and I'm not, I think it would be a great idea to put like a Lafreniere just right in front.
Mm,
and this is your job, and just show him videos of crides from last year and the year before and all
mm,
the what he's able to do. Left shot. This is what you're looking for, and you'll be amazed at how you pay a little bit of attention to it. You practice it a lot, and I don't even know he might be doing that. Um, just hang out here. You got good enough hands to get something done in front of the net. He scored a greasy goal this
mhm.
preseason or is it early in the season, kind of right around the goal line.
Yeah, I was gonna say he hasn't scored in a very long time.
Yeah, so
12,
forgive me for
12
not
games.
remembering. Yeah, yeah, but that is they have you want the puck in Panarin's hands outside the dots to create, Mika is he's hitting the one T, he's getting chances, he's getting shots. For him, it's just like pat him on the shoulder and be like, just keep doing what you're doing. Because
Yeah, keep
he's
going.
always been streaky. Take last year out because last year wasn't a great year for him. Even when he was at his best, he was a little bit streaky, and then he'll get 9 goals in 7 games.
Yep.
And so that I'm anticipating will happen at some point or some iteration of that. And when that happens, man, I think teams are just going to circle 93 and then it's going to open up other guys. And then their team starts coming together. Again, it's
Right.
early November.
It is. We're
I
only
said,
14 games in.
wait till at least Thanksgiving and it's going to come together. But this is wild.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
hard to score.
crazy. Yeah, and it's one of those things where it just, and I asked JT this specifically after the game, is how do you not let this take on a life of its own? Which is something that I feel like this Rangers team allowed to happen to them several times on a multitude of different topics last
Yeah,
season.
right.
Just let it take up space in the room and take up space in your mind and your psyche as a team, and then it just snowballs from there and you're just going downhill at an inertia that you just can't stop. But
Yeah.
6 games in, I mean, something's got to give and you need to stop the bleeding here. But it's part of that, I think, is going to be team mentality is going to be a huge part of turning it around here at home.
Yeah, you have to just trust that you're doing the right things. Trust in, like when you're playing a game, sort of how you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
You know when you're getting chances that you're outplaying a team or if you're getting outplayed. Like those things. I mean, it's very easy. And sometimes it takes a couple shifts. And the psyche that goes into your brain when you're like, we got them right now. It's not like take a step back. It's we got them. Let's just pound them even harder. Let's get after it. That's usually the case. And when that's the momentum shifts you see, when they get that goal against and they're going into the room down one at home
Mm-hmm.
again. The challenge is that 18 minutes between that buzzer and then puck drop for period two. Just being like, we are fine. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen. Now, believing it's going to happen, the longer this goes, is going to get more difficult. Somebody at some point is going to step up and make a play,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's going to happen for everybody.
Yeah. And I know we've said it on this show multiple times, but I do feel like JT has had such a good head on his shoulders about everything.
Mhm.
And he's had such great responses in the post game and stuff. And his response to my question I thought was great. He said, "It just starts with myself and the leadership group. This is where we need to dig deep and carry the load a little bit and raise our own expectations for ourselves. Not just we like what we're doing and we're getting looks. It's not really cute anymore. It's been 14 games. We're not executing by capitalizing on our chances. They're big moments of the game. We're not making teams cheat the game right now, especially at home. They have the lead all the time. They're going to play the right way." So I feel like he has a pretty good outlook on the whole
Yeah.
thing. And I mean, yeah, the it's not really cute anymore was just perfect because I do feel like, they have been able to get away with saying we like the way that we're playing. We are getting the chances because I mean, to the eye test and the stats say so.
Right.
I mean, they have outshot so many teams, but he's right. It's, how long can continue leaning on that? It's not cute anymore. This whole middling, what are they, 6-6-1 now? This whole middling between home and
Yeah.
away is just not it's not cute
No,
anymore. I agree, JT.
it's yeah, it's frustrating. So I get it. Like results matter,
The results
and
league.
yeah, you need to score more than the other team to win, and results matter. So how it's done is less important. It's just that it's not important, but it's less important at this point right now for them at home because man, oh man, I like they're an unbelievable road team. It's
I
unbelievable.
know. Road Warriors. That's what I called them.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's all the Rangers fans' fault. That's who it is. It's all your fault.
Stop, don't do that.
I'm not doing it.
Um,
I don't know what to say about it. It's like I've never seen it. I'm trying to look at like
yeah.
I have this. I'm not a huge analytics person. We know this, right? We know this?
Hmm.
We do know this.
Yeah, we know this.
But I guess I'd have to like look at it and be like, maybe we can get some good vibes from this. I think Carolina was supposed to win that game. Their expected goals is whatever, 2.3. The Rangers 1.7.
Hmm.
But it's always zero. I don't care what it's expected. It
Yeah.
just doesn't go in the net.
I don't care what it's expected.
But I
That's
just,
so good.
it's wild to me. I'm trying to get the
But
first period. It's just,
no, it's okay. Let's focus on
but the power play gave them a chance, but they didn't put it in
yeah,
the net.
I was about to say I can't even get to the power play just yet. Let's focus on some positives from the 4 game road trip. They were able to rebound from a pretty awful loss in Calgary, 5-1, I believe it was,
That was tough.
to then win 3 in a row in Vancouver, Edmonton, and Seattle. And that actually represented their first 3 game win streak in nearly a year, Brian. Nearly a year.
Wow.
Can you believe that? I mean, you can. I
Actually, I
mean,
can because I
well,
remember
yeah,
talking about it last year. One more.
like
Yeah, they lost again. All right.
it's pretty wild that that it's been that long since they were able to string 3 wins in a row. It had been a pretty long minute for this team, so that was
Yeah.
pretty encouraging. And I also think if you think of the circumstances surrounding the road trip as well,
Yeah.
JT Miller making his return to Vancouver,
Yeah.
that was a game for me. To me, that was a must-win game for the Rangers. If they came out and they were flat in that one and they weren't playing for their captain, it would have been pretty telling. But I think that it was a pretty great game for the Rangers all around. It was only a 1 goal game for most of it until
Yeah.
Sam Carrick's empty netter late in the third. So that was a pretty big character win for the Rangers there. And obviously JT Miller getting to return to Vancouver for the first time. That was great too.
And maybe I mean, they're looking at a Calgary team that was, I mean,
Oh
they,
yeah, that was tough. That was like their first win.
yeah, but they pushed. I mean, they did that to San Jose too, right? They gave them their first win. Remember last year they like played Chicago, who was last out of 32 and lost, and then they played Nashville the next game, who was now last out of 32 because
Yeah,
Chicago won, but then they lost to them, both of
correct.
them. So it was just kind of
Yeah, so
like,
it's 2 losses to the last place team in the
yeah, in a
span of a
row.
week.
And I was like,
Yeah,
oh boy. The Calgary one, you're like, oh boy, but maybe you're looking ahead a little bit. And you got Connor and Leon coming up. You got Vancouver again. Like, so you give them sort of a pass. That's a desperate Calgary team that last year had 96 points
right.
and all of a sudden can't play. So, okay, that was ugly. How do you respond? And then they responded. So, I
Hmm.
mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. And if people just, I know there's some cynical fans out there who just think that, you're stuck with this team, but they're not the Jets, you know, it's not the New York Jets. This is a team that's, I
At the
still
very
have a lot,
least,
well, I have a lot of hope for this team still this year. I still think
I
that
do
there's,
too.
there's a lot there and they're working through some stuff right now, but they have to go on the road in these tough buildings. Like this is a huge test for them tomorrow night.
Hmm.
against Detroit, I think is a really, really good fast hockey team. I think Dylan Larkin is one of the most underrated players in the whole league.
I agree.
Unbelievable. He's incredibly strong. He's not going to give you anything. I think JT needs to go head to head against him, USA
Hmm.
teammates, and it'll say a lot. I think their goaltending can be had. Hopefully they don't figure it out. Because I think they have two good goalies in Gibson and Talbot, but they're
Hmm.
figuring it out right now. They could be the best tandem in the league, but they didn't start that way. Don't give them a reason to get confident.
Yeah. And then obviously in Edmonton, I mean, that was a really unique game. It felt like the Rangers supporting cast really kept them in
Yeah.
that one. Johnny Brodzinski opens the scoring, Braden Schneider and Taylor Radish each get one in the third to force overtime, and then JT Miller with that just drive to the net, not to be denied, puts it away, 4-3 win in
Yeah.
Edmonton. Um, and then and Seattle is a little bit different, but for me, the biggest takeaway for Seattle was, I mean, that Noah Laba goal was, I mean, Noah Laba,
I
what an
like that kid.
emergence.
I
What
like
an
that kid.
emergence for the Rook. I mean, he's a player.
Yeah.
He's a gamer and he's fun to watch too. Like he takes up a lot of space on the
Yeah.
ice. He's direct, he's aggressive, and he just takes up like he just covers a lot of ground on the ice. Like he just covers up a lot of space on both ends of the puck.
Yeah. We
And then
talked about
obviously,
him.
yeah.
We talked about him a little bit. Like, well, this kid came out of nowhere. Well, he's relatively high pick, and he played on
Hmm.
a team that scored no goals in college.
Hmm.
He's a horse.
Yeah,
Like
he
he's a
is.
horse. He flies around. Will Cooley, I wanted to mention because he did not have a good start.
No,
He was not himself, and now he's
nope.
starting to look like he's himself again, which
He was
is
under the weather, he told us. We talked to him after the
for
overtime
two
winner in
weeks.
Seattle. He's been under the weather, yeah.
Oh, well, it makes sense because it's just like where did his legs go? Because he was
Yeah.
just, I mean, he was one of the bright spots last year. It's like, how
The
do you get this
only,
guy more
arguably.
minutes? Yeah, and he won. Didn't he win Steve McDonald extra effort? Did he win that?
Yeah, that was that last season? I think it was him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it had to be him. Oh yeah, I'll have a smoothie. Sorry, I'm getting a smoothie delivery. Thanks, Toots.
Smoothie delivery. Yeah, he won the extra food award winner.
Yeah, I mean that's the guy, and that doesn't go away. He did it for long stretches,
Yeah.
so that makes sense. And he probably didn't want to give you an excuse, but he's probably the guy people are probably asking questions.
Yeah, no, for
Him
sure.
back, that's huge. Troach, I can't wait for Troach to come back.
Yeah, so let's do an injury report.
Nice.
We've got Urho Vakanainen is day to day with a lower body injury, so he came out.
Yeah.
Matthew Robertson went back in. Matt Rempe was assigned to injury reserve,
Oh, yeah.
so that projects to be a bit of a longer absence on his part.
They
But
retro
Vincent
that?
Trocheck, yeah, it's retro.
Okay.
Yeah. Trocheck nearing a return. He started skating back in New York. So, and he also joined the team for practice the other day. So that's an encouraging sign. And I mean, that's what I wrote it on the off day after the Seattle game. I'm pretty sure about how Noah Laba has really helped alleviate some of the pressure down the middle with
Yeah.
Trocheck out, and now with Trocheck coming back. I'm curious to see if they keep Mika in the middle or what they're going to do there, but suddenly they're looking a little bit deeper down the middle,
Yeah.
with Noah Lava. So
I think
Trocheck comes back.
you ride her till she bucks with Nova Lava. Like that's a
Yeah.
now you can do what you I think envisioned originally and put Mika with JT at the wing, and you have your righty lefty draws if you
Hmm.
want them. Troach coming back too is another hard righty, so you're not losing a righty on all these important draws. Yeah. Oh, it's just gonna put the puzzle pieces in better spots.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Um, Back to the power play.
Yeah,
Last place in the NHL, 14 games in, which is not great. Not what
not
you
great.
want. Not great, Bob. 0 for 12 and the last five straight. So that's that too. And Fox was saying that, the difference a lot of nights, especially for this Rangers team who has
100%.
always been so reliant on their power play. Just
Yeah.
what are you seeing from that group right
The only thing I'm not seeing is goals. Oh,
now? Exactly. It's true.
yeah. Yeah, that's it. So keep getting the looks. It's gonna go in.
How long do you think Mike Sullivan should wait before he pulls the trigger on making some pretty notable changes? That's the question.
That might just happen organically with some guys coming back. Like, look, hey, yeah, you got some good looks, but we need pucks to go in. So we'll try Troch coming back.
Yeah.
He's been a huge part of it for a number of years, and he
Hmm.
wins the draw on like 68% of the time on the power play. Um, that's important. So, if it doesn't work, you gotta change it, but it's not. And even if you do it for 2 games and then you go back to it, maybe it's all right, this is it. And then you're getting better looks. I don't know. And it'll be interesting to see. Something
Yeah.
will something will just with Troach coming back, a lot of different things will kind of get tweaked about, I would think, because he's not going to come back and not play. He
Yeah.
plays in every situation. So things will have to change.
Yeah. I could definitely see him coming back, just replacing Lafreniere on the top unit, obviously, which is, yeah, that's where he was beforehand, and see if that group can get it going again with Trocheck being back in the mix. But I
Yeah.
think if it doesn't work after that, then Sullivan's going to have to start rearranging a little
Yeah.
bit here because it's so crucial for their offensive game.
Yeah. I mean, you could put guys on their strong sides and just go downhill and try and outnumber at the net, but that's probably easily scouted.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say because they're getting these looks. It's
I know.
bizarre.
No, it is crazy. They haven't looked bad. Like they
Right.
had, like, especially, I mean, the power play, they've been holding the zone. They've been spending almost the entirety of the 2 minutes in the
Yeah.
offensive zone with possession. They're getting looks, they're getting shots on goal. Nothing's finding twine right now.
It's
It's kind of bizarre.
bizarre is the word. We can congratulate Braden Schneider though. 300 games already
Mm,
for the young lad.
yeah, yeah,
24, Sasky boy.
I know. Yeah, Saskatchewan.
I just can't. Yeah, I mean, Adam Fox looks good. I'm gonna do. Let's start feeling good. All right.
Let's turn it around. No, I don't disagree with you. I think there's only a few players, and some of them happen to be their key guys who don't look good. But as a team game, it hasn't looked terrible, especially the last
Yeah.
4 games or so.
Goalie's been good. Goalie's been
Hmm.
real good. I mean, imagine being 4-5-2, but you're at 226 goals against, 915 save percentage. You've won 4 out of the 11 games. That's well above league average numbers.
Yeah. I feel like at this point, you just kind of have to giggle at it a little bit and just say,
Hmm.
you know, what more could be done here?
It's got to turn. We're gonna get excited
Yeah,
for it.
it will. It will. It will. All right, last thing here. We've got a new prospect up with the Rangers here.
Yes.
Yaroslav Chmelar. That is how you pronounce it. Chmelar. But it is Chmelar. The Rangers recall him from Hartford. Apparently he had been their best player for a bit here. He's never been
Yeah.
recalled before, and in the
No.
same
Third
breath,
year or
yeah,
second full year pro.
yeah, second full year in Hartford. And at the same time, they sent Brendan Othman back down to Hartford. Othman got into the one game in
Yeah.
Calgary, and it wasn't good. It
Not the
wasn't good
game.
for the team as a whole, but
No.
it wasn't good for Othman in particular either.
Yeah. Well,
So
this one's intriguing.
yeah, it
Six
is.
foot five, big boy. I'll
Fifth
do
round
it.
pick,
Yeah.
144th overall in 2021. Yeah, second floor year pro. Not sure if he's going to get into a game here, but
Yeah.
he didn't take line rushes at practice the other day, but
Okay.
he was brought up, and I really liked this quote from Sullivan because as we were talking about before we started to record, it just feels a lot different than what we've heard from Rangers management and Rangers coaching staffs in the past, I feel. And it was in response to just asking, what brought about the recall. And he said, well, based on the conversation that I had with Chris Jury, Ryan Martin, the assistant GM, and
Mhm.
Grant Patolny, the Wolfpack head coach, he's been their best forward. And so I think it's as simple as that. He's played extremely well for them and he's deserving of getting the call up. And that's why he's here. I think it's a great message for everybody. Performance matters. It
Mhm.
matters in practice, it matters in the games, whether you're in New York or you're in Hartford. Performance matters. And
100%.
that felt different for me.
Mhm.
It felt different than what we've heard from the Rangers in the past. I feel it felt like always in the past, like, oh, Brennan Hoffman's our first round pick down there. He's going to be the de facto guy we bring up. It never really felt like it was about performance as much as it is now. And as we're seeing this guy get his first look ever.
Yeah.
When they've also got a guy like Gabe Perreault, who's
Yeah.
also doing really well down there, but they're taking a different approach with him than they have with first rounders in the past. And they're
Mhm.
not getting too, antsy and bringing him up before he's 100% ready. And they're letting him kind of dominate down there a little bit. He just won AHL Player of the Week. And that is the fifth Wolfpack player to ever win the award and the
That's a
entire
crazy.
duration of them serving as the Rangers AHL affiliate. That's crazy.
That's like guys that have won that award 3 times in a season.
Yeah.
That's just a weird. Whatever. That blows my mind a little bit, but yes. So my thoughts on that are I agree 100% with Sullivan because it's a meritocracy. The best guys play.
Hmm.
It's not youth sports. And there are times where your asset is more valuable closer to when he was drafted that you need to bring up and see what he's got. I understand higher picks might get more chances. That makes sense to me
Hmm.
because your ass is on the line a little bit when you draft a kid early. Now, COVID year, it's probably hard to evaluate. There's a number of draft, like Wyatt Johnston went 21st or something. And the guy's
Right.
should have been a top 5 pick, but he didn't play hockey that year. So it's those things
Exactly.
are whatever. But now you have a kid that's, playing a couple years pro. He's a big boy. You have a top 6 player pretty close, it seems, to coming back in the lineup. Othman was projected in the top 6, or at least top 9, but in an offensive role. Okay, if Troach is close, we're going to put Troach in, obviously, and then maybe we have a
Hmm.
spot on the bottom 6 because a certain 6'9" guy's been injured and he's out. What
Hmm.
can you do? Can you fill up
Yeah.
space? Can you find some chemistry? Why not try it? Especially if the kid's earned it. So I like all that. I
Yep.
like it a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, apparently he started the season on the fourth line and worked his way up to the first the last few
Yeah.
games, and he's been performing for them. He's been causing turnovers, turning it into offense, I was told. So that's all good things, and that's what the Rangers are looking for. So I really like it. I think that the Rangers are trying to do something a little bit different as it pertains to their prospect pool. But at the same time, it's also a unique season because in the past, obviously, they were a bit deeper of a team, I think, and they weren't looking for reinforcements as much as they are now. Probably, they also had pretty good luck with injuries as well in the
Mhm.
past.
Right.
So I think this is also a little bit of a different circumstance with the way that this season is going and the way that they're constructed at the NHL level right now. But I think it's encouraging to see them trying to make an effort to do things a little bit differently than they have in the past because it hasn't really worked out for
Well, hey, if you're good enough, they'll find a spot for you. And can't make excuses. Just do it.
them. No.
Good
All
for
right.
him.
Let's see. That seems like a good place for us to end here.
Right on.
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment down below. What do you think about the Rangers' 6-game losing streak to start the season at home? Are you concerned? Are you freaking out? Are you asking for a refund for the next ticket that you purchase? Let us know. And we'll chat again next week. See you guys.
New York City. In the Mecca of basketball, we only care about one team. And at New York Got Game, we're locked in on everything orange and blue. I'm Dexter Henry, host of New York Got Game, where we break down the biggest Knicks moments, talk to the voices that matter, from beat writers, content creators, to super fans like yourself. And of course, former and current players. We're putting a spotlight on the Knickerbockers you need to know. And we're here live to watch and react to the biggest games of the season. From the legends who built the culture to the stars chasing the next banner. This is the show for real Knicks fans. Knicks basketball is different. New York Got Game shows you why. We're coming to you twice a week, locked in on the greatest in this city. Be sure to tune in, tap in, and run with us. Subscribe and find us wherever you get your podcasts.